ready from both players. Get started. There's one ready. And there's two ready. So here we go. Game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right. Bang, Tetris for Hater to get things started. Heps. Had to clear out a few lines. Has that left side built up nice and high. And now is Tetris ready. And bang, Tetris for Heps. Hater with a third Tetris, though, 68,000 to 26,000. Bang, Tetris for Heps. Keeping it close. But Hater with 4 in a row to get things started. We'll take a burn there. And Heps has brought it back and has the lead, 96,000 to 94,000. And bang, Tetris for Hater, 118. Bang, Tetris for Heps, 119. A close game. Another Tetris for Hater, and the T-spin set up and gets the T-spin. And that score is dead even. 143,260 necks went into that tie. That's a lot of necks. Bang, Tetris for Heps, Tetris for Hater. And another Tetris for Hater. So Hater really pouring it on here. 211,000 for 44 lines. Another Tetris for Hater. Can't quite hit the quarter mil at 50, but it's pretty darn close. There's a Tetris for Heps. Heps is keeping up. So both players with some fantastic pace. Oh, that was not the flip that Heps wanted to do. Was able to solve most of it with a tuck on the long bar and gets a Tetris as well. So this might only be a 2-line burn for Heps. Well done on that fix. Tetris is on both sides. 285,000 for Hater, 262,000 for Heps. Both players trying to build up again. Heps is ready. Oh, but needs to cover the well for a moment to keep the stack somewhat sane. Didn't have the left side built up very well. There's the long bar for Hater. Bang, Tetris for him. 312,000. Heps answers back. Trails by a Tetris, 291. Hater with another Tetris. These two are really doing well here. Tetris for Heps. Hater answers back. Heps answers again. Heps is 4 lines down, by the way, so this is not a real lead for Hater. As long as Heps can keep pace, they can keep the score even. Bang, Tetris for Hater. Heps answering back. Heps having to clear some lines here. So did Hater. Both players clearing a few lines to keep their stack sane, and then bang, Tetris for both sides. And again, within 4 lines and a Tetris. Oh, I think Heps wanted to get that long bar all the way over to the left, but fortunately gets bailed out with a second long bar. Bang, Tetris for him. And there it is. It's within 3,000 points. Heps kind of has a weird dependency situation going on here. Now Longbar dependent. And just decides to throw the J down there to make it easier to take care of. And is back and ready to score. Hater trying to get that well back over to the right side. Easier said than done with these pieces. Heps has taken the lead here. 440,000 to 429. Still trails in lines, too. Big double well for Heps. Gonna get a Tetris there. 463. This transition's coming very soon. Both players looking at a 500,000. Might be a little harder for Hater to pull off, but bang Tetris for him puts him a step closer to that. Perhaps not really getting pieces that they want here. That's going to give Hater an opportunity to get back into this. Bang Tetris for Hater, actually taking the lead off that. We'll see what the transition scores say. Heps with a misdrop. That is critically bad timing-wise, and a 502,000 transition for Hater, and Heps may not even make transition if they can't get this settled down. Bang Tetris for Heps, 499 on Heps transition. So Heps does finally settle this stack down just in time. Hater, though, not getting too far into 19, into 20 now before disaster striking. Possibly still able to work this down. Is going to need a lot of help from the pieces. So far getting that help, so Remaining Hater about a Tetris lead here, 542 to 515. Heps enters 21. Triple setup for remaining here, needs a long bar. Where's the long bar? Well, that's one way to get a triple. Worked out. They're just playing guideline Tetris. Huh? 558 for Hater, 528 for Heps. Heps with a Tetris setup here, but there it is. Bang Tetris for Heps. Pulls within 10,000. Oh, I'm not sure what Heps was setting up there. I think there's a couple misdrops involved. Hater, meanwhile, still struggling to get that right side open. Finally does. And Hater might be able to start pulling away here. Long bar, bang, Tetris for Hater, 608. Heps at 571. There's not been a lot of scoring post-transition for either player. Bang, Tetris for Hater as he finally gets over 100,000 post-transition. But Heps, bang, Tetris for Heps after the misdrop on the S. So they're going to have to spend some time getting rid of that. Hater had to put some weight on their pull on the right, but they have it open again and can score a Tetris here. Long bar, bang Tetris for Hater, 683 at level 26. Heps, bang Tetris for him. He can keep this Tetris up. He will not be that far down. Cannot, 647. Hater looking to top out at 683. Heps has time to make this happen, but can't line out to do it. At least not yet. Gonna get a double here. Long bar could win it. In fact, it does win it. Bang! Tetris for Heps. GG. Game number 1. Over to Heps. What a match. Exciting, close the whole way. Heps kind of like a bit of a comeback. He wasn't down by much, but he was down for a majority of the match. He's just going to play this out. And we'll get started with game 2 in a moment. Getting that last Tetris before the kill screen. 776 the final score there. Emulator PB, hey. Hey. There you go. Both players ready. Game number 2. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Kill screen, perhaps. And Hater setting up a bunch of tucks here, and it's just going to have to figure out how they want to resolve this. Perhaps by going 7-2. And there it is. Bang Tetris for both players. Hater able to move their well over to the right. Alright, Hater's going to open up their well once again. And both players ready for Tetris. Heps, though, having to cover. Takes care of that hole. Hater did not get that S-piece over far enough, and Hater is just throwing pieces around right now, trying to do something. This is a problem for Hater. Getting the right pieces, though. And one more ought to make this a bit of an easier clear. So, meanwhile, Heps taking a good lead here, 100,000 to 46,000. Hater's still got a bit of a hole going on, but probably just waiting for a long bar to bring this down a bit. Bang Tetris for Hater. And they will be back into burn mode for a bit. Or they could play one row up. That's a thing. Bang Tetris for both players. 149 for Heps, 99 for Haters. Hater now will opt to get rid of what's left. So, bit of a panic situation for Hater, but well done on the dig. Is now building back up. Bang Tetris for Heps. Heps with a 71,000 point lead. Hater wondering where the long bar is right now. Oh, Heps did a whoops. It should be okay. Hater's gonna get a Tetris there, and another one. Bang Tetris for Hater. 180 for Heps, 152 for Hater. Heps can't use that long bar for a Tetris, and gonna have to do some clearing here. So Heps in dig mode for a little bit, and gets just the perfect pieces to do so, and bang Tetris for Heps. Heps at 207, Hater at 175. Long bar for Heps, bang Tetris, 231 now. Bang Tetris for Hater. Another Tetris for Heps, though. 277 for Heps, 226 for Hater. About even in lines. Another Tetris for Haters. Hater trying to get back into this, but Heps has been playing pretty well. Has kept ahead, although Hater with another Tetris, and Heps with some lines to clear. Bang Tetris for Hater, and he's within a Tetris now. 305 for Heps, 296 for Hater. Long bars for both players resulting in Tetris. It is not seeded now. Bang Tetris for Heps, 375. Hater needing a long bar and had to clear a triple away. Building up that left side will help out. And this is a minor drought, but gets resolved with a long bar there. 352. Heps almost 400,000. Not quite the pace of the first game. It's still fairly close here. It's a less than 50,000 point game as Hater with a 4 wide. Bang, Tetris for Heps. Obviously, you don't want to combo that down in Classic Tetris, but has the well open now. Needs a long bar, and oh no. That was a misjudgment there. And Hater's in big trouble, and I don't know if Hater's going to be able to get another line here. And that's going to do it. Pep's going to take game number 2. It's now up 2-0. Yeah, putting that J... If they had stood the J up and put the piece all the way to the left, they would have been able to get the L into the L dependency as opposed to making a long bar dependency. And just that split decision, you know, sometimes it's just too quick to make that kind of decision. And that was it. So game number 3. Ready from both players. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And long bar, bang, Tetris for Hater. 22,000. 800 points. Doubles that with another Tetris. What? Something broke there, I'm sure. As several pieces just fell straight down without being moved or rotated on Hater's side. That's going to cost him a little bit, but Heps hasn't really been able to get out of the gate here. Possibly considering going for a dirty Tetris, but this is a dangerous play. Manages to get it. So dirty Tetris for Heps. But Hater has cleared out their problems. Bang Tetris for Hater. And bang Tetris for Hater again. Hater's up over 110,000. Heps finally ready to get some Tetrises and just needs long bars. There's one for Hater. 139 for Hater, 49 for Heps. Heps has had a bit of a suffer game. And with a long bar drought here, it's just getting worse. Finally gets a long bar, but covers the well just before. And this is just making the situation that much worse for Heps. Finally, a long bar they can use. Bang, Tetris for Heps. 165 for Hater, 81 for Heps. And another Tetris for Heps. Back in good graces. Hater getting a Tetris there. Couple of misflips for Hater. He's looking a bit awkward over there. Oh, yeah, panic time for Hater. Needs to do something to settle this down, or this is gonna just end quickly. Oh no. Oh no. expecting a line clear there and then put a long bar on top of it. And with no line clear, that long bar just hung. Peps has an opportunity to catch back up. Yikes. Long bars will come in for Hater, but they will not be getting Tetrises. Still in the lead, but Heps has pulled within 13,000. And is looking to take over and bang Tetris for Heps, and that's a lead. 223,000 for Heps, 215 for Hater. Hater's still in dig mode. Long bar for Heps. Bang! Tetris for Heps. 273. Hater at 227. And another Tetris for Heps. And Heps has been pulling away ever since Hater's had to do that extended burn. Another Tetris for Hater. And Hater trying to get back into this as Heps still with a 2 Tetris lead. And also 6 lines down as well. So that is definitely a real lead that Heps has as we're approaching the level 19 transition. Bang, Tetris for Heps. Another Tetris for Heps. 80,000 points in the lead now. And a third Tetris for Heps. Over 100,000 points. And all of a sudden, this went from being close to Heps being way ahead. And, Tetris for Hater there. Going to keep them within reach, hopefully. As we're approaching that transition, 5 lines for Hater. 6 lines for Heps. Bang, Tetris for Hater. 1 more line will do it. He's going to do it with a Tetris. That's a 358 transition. Heps already well clear of that. Oh, I don't know if Heps should have gone for a Tetris here. Ooh, I hope this doesn't come back to bite him, but he does have that right column open now. And there's a long bar. Bang, Tetris for Heps. Bit of a shaky transition start, but Heps made it work. Another Tetris for Heps. 475 for Heps. 413 for Hater. Oh, and Heps with some misdrops. Hater's got a rundown situation. 477.88. 477,088 points is the mark to beat. Bang, Tetris, and this is a line-out situation now, but he's gonna just get the double. There's a single. And that's it. Hater gonna take game number 3. Two to 1. That was so much. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I saw the beginning of that. I was like, what happened? It's like several pieces in a row just went straight down. That was no good. Oh, that's what happened. You just tried to refresh the stream. All right. Game 4. Heps and Hater. We are ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, Heps had a bit of a rough start last game as well, but managed to come into a commanding lead, but then ended up topping out. And Hater was able to complete a 6-digit comeback. So with 3 games in the books, we start game 4. Tater recognizing their left side kind of sucks. Gonna deal with that before trying to score. Bang Tetris for Heps. And Tetris for Hater. $26,000 for Hater, $26,000 for Heps. Bang Tetris for Hater. Tetris for Heps. So keeping pace with each other in the early going. Another Tetris for both players. Bang Tetris for Hater. He's got 4. Heps gonna burn some lines here. And a Tetris for Heps. T-spin setup. There it is. Well done. Hater pulling off that T-spin as he takes the lead for a moment. Heps gets it back. Hater takes it back. Heps gets it back. Hater takes it back. Bang Tetris for Heps and says, "Ha, I win." But not so fast. Remainings manages to get a Tetris of their own, and this is a back and forth game. Bang Tetris for Heps, and that's probably going to keep it in his favor for a little bit here, judging from the state of Hater's board. Heps rather needs a long bar here. So does Hater. Hater could actually take the lead with the Tetris, but Heps gets it first. Bang Tetris for Heps. 173 for Heps. Bang Tetris for Hater. 153. Less than a Tetris separating. Heps going to get another one. And there's the long bar. Bang Tetris for Heps. 220 to 179 after Hater gets a Tetris there. Decent pace so far. Bang Tetris for Heps. Oh, Heps couldn't pull off the T-spin. And that's going to require some clearing. Hater has an opportunity to get back into this if they can build up a Tetris, but no, Heps clears quickly and gets a Tetris. Heps is long bar dependent. Now double long bar dependent. And at that point, you might as well make that your well, right? And Heps not having a good time right now. Does have that big well open, and bang Tetris for Heps. 300,000. Hater trailing by about 40k. Heps running a 7-2 at the moment, needs a long bar to resolve this. And instead, just weathering a drought. There's the long bar. Bang! Tetris for Heps, finally. 334 for Heps, 294 for Haters. Hater's been keeping up. It still trails a bit. A long bar. Tetris clear for Heps. 359. Leads by 60,000 now. We're going to have to clear some lines here, and Hater's going to get a Tetris. Heps now ready. Oh, Hater not putting that long bar in the right place and makes the long bar dependency of a long bar. That feels bad. Manages to take care of it, but I'm sure that long bar had better plans for life. Heps ready for a Tetris. Clearing down a few lines. Needs this long bar. There it is. Bang Tetris for Heps. 393 for Heps. 332 for Hater. Another Tetris for Heps. Hater also getting one as well. That chunky boy. Oh, Heps. I feel you. And Hater might be trying to take some advantage of this, as transition is right around the corner. Bang, Tetris for Heps. Next line will do it for Hater. Heps hits 442 on transition. Hater looking for a long bar, but doesn't get it. 385 will be his transition score. Bang, Tetris for Hater. Heps 476, Hater 413. Long bar dependency for Hater, and he's just going to make that as well. Bang, Tetris for Hater. Well done. Transitions that well back to the right. .507 for Heps, 442 for Hater. Another Tetris for Heps. 90,000 point lead. Just kind of snuck up on him. Bang, Tetris for Hater, who's playing pretty well post-transition. But so is Heps. Bang, another Tetris for Hater. Pulls within 47,000. Heps kind of having trouble getting a long bar, more than anything. Looking for a dirty Tetris. Not going to get it. Didn't want to wait around long enough. And Hater could take a lead here if they can grab a Tetris at some point. Their well is open. Needs a long bar. Not going to get it. Oh, yes, he is. Bang, Tetris for Hater. Not quite the lead, but it is pretty close. Hep's going to get a long bar. And gets a Tetris. So Hep 600,000 now. Bit of a hang for Hater, but that could be recoverable. However, Heps has got a left side well open and is just going to burn it down. Doesn't want anything to do with a left side well. But it's kind of forced to use it. Bang, Tetris for Heps. Heps now with a 2 Tetris lead at level 26. Time is running out for Hater to get back into this. Bang, Tetris for Hater. Needed that, but Heps gets one as well. Level 27. Within 20 lines of the kill screen. Another Tetris setup for Heps. Bang! Tetris for Heps. 724. 667 for Hater. This is not over. Hater needs to burn this down. Oh, it couldn't get the line, the Tetris well open, but does there. He's within a Tetris. Heps is having a bit of trouble with his stack. We're within 21,000 points. We're within 5 lines of the kill screen. Who's going to take this? Hater building up for one final last hurrah. Can he get the long bar? Needs the long bar. Heps will not make kill screen. Hater will, and he takes game number 4. Whoa. At the last moment, Hater completes the comeback and makes it 2-2. Which means we are ready to head to the fridge for yet another decider. And this is an exciting decider. What a game that one was. Game number 5, the decider. Both players are ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Both players putting forth some amazing games in this set. Both have hit kill screen at least once. And bang, Tetris for both players to start things off. Hep's doing some burning, as is Hater. Stack maintenance and bang Tetris for Heps. And bang Tetris for Hater. Oh, Hater gonna early shift on the T there. I don't know if they're gonna be able to find a way to put something in there that fits. Gonna have to burn this down. The queue is currently open. It will not stay that way for too long. Bang, Tetris for Heps. Heps taking this lead, but Hater's got that well open. Oh no! Couldn't shift the piece over before the long bar showed up. So Hep's going to extend the lead here. Bang Tetris for Hater. Oh, it's going to get another one. Both players will score. Hep's, with a hole in their stack, going to have to burn this down a bit. About a Tetris and a half lead in favor of Heps. But Hater with a better board at the moment. Bang Tetris for Hater. Hater's been playing one row up for a bit. Another Tetris for Hater. That gives him the lead, but Heps has opened back up and bang Tetris for Heps. And Hater running into a bit of a bad piece selection. As Heps gets another Tetris. $215 for Heps, 163 for Hater, 60 lines in. Certainly not off the charts pace, but pretty close for in this series. This whole series, the games have been really close. Bang Tetris for Hater. Bang Tetris for Heps. Another Tetris for Heps. Hater's responding though. This is close. As Heps doing party down the middle strats now. Heps will build up a normal right side well here. Hater getting an S at the wrong time. But manages to clear things out. Bang Tetris for Heps. Heps with a 50,000 point lead at 83 lines. Long bar, bang Tetris for Hater. And Heps answers back. 319 to 274 in favor of Heps. Another Tetris for Heps. And the lead's now almost 70,000. Heps running into a bit of trouble. This could be Hater's opportunity to get some pace back. Bang Tetris for Hater. 300,000 for him now. Heps still in burn mode. And will be for a while. Oh, nice tuck setup there for Hater. But now needs a long bar. And now needs help. Oh no, SZ Storm at a bad time. But manages the situation and still say that, and now he's long bar dependent, and this is not looking good for Hater, and that's going to be it. Heps will win the decider. Game number 5, and takes it 3-2. GG. Unfortunate ending for Hater, but Heps hanging on, and will take the set. All right.